Maligna Lutruwita. For thousands of years, Aborigines have remained connected to country. Our old people harvested the land, our warriors hunted a landscape shaped by traditional fire, and our women gathered resources to provide for their family group. Back then, we walked the many tracks across the northern Midlands that led us to the head of the Cunnamulla Tamar River. Today, those tracks are lined by buildings, and the landscape, once adorned by trees and grassy plains, are fewer. Warranta Lumi. We are here. Our culture is alive.
Welcome to the NTCA ground here in Launceston for this NTJFA v STJFL game in the under-14s. It's the under-14 girls. They'll be at it this afternoon in the light blue, as you can see, the STJFL. So there is the team. Zara Ackroyd, the emergency there. Madison Jordan is the captain, and we'll see some sparkling football. I know Sky Spencer, she's also a co-captain by the look of it down there. So it should be a really good game. Anna McCullum there, the number 3. So the girls just going through all of their final preparations, and sitting beside me is a young man who's going to play in the under-14s game a little later on, and he's just stepped in to the breach for a little while. Gus Marriott, welcome to you.
Thank you.
From Lauderdale. Gus, looking forward to getting out there this afternoon?
Yeah, hopefully it'll be a good game, good contest, I reckon. Yeah,
it should be. What about this one? This one should be a good contest too. We got. Do you know much about the STJFL girls? They've got some reasonable players. Who should we be looking for?
Yeah, I don't know too much about the girls, but there's a couple girls from Lauderdale down there, so looks like a reasonable contest. So yeah.
And you've had a look at the ground. The ground looks in pretty reasonable condition for a bit of rain that we've had. The wind is probably going to be the thing that's going to cause most of the problems.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll be good conditions, clearing up a bit later. So yeah.
So everything about to be in readiness. This is Duff TV, and we are bringing you the live action this morning. Up it goes. The Rucks go to work. No one can get clear possession. They'll just throw it on the boot. Coming away is Madison Moore. And she's got to go again, does Madison. She's swung on the tackle. And the opposite number 12 there is Vanderpoels. And it'll be a ball up. Blustery conditions in Launceston. Knocked down. Just a couple of players shepherding for each other there and not quite sure to pick up the ball. Pippa Blackler was there. She's still at it, is Blackler. And play going nowhere, and the umpire crosses the arms and says, give it to me. Ball up, still in the centre of the NTCA ground. A breeze blowing to left of screen, maybe 3 goals perhaps, and that might be a free kick over the shoulder. And that'll go to Lucy Thorpe. So Thorpe, long way from goal. As you can see, the black part of the middle part of the ground, the cricket pitch. Thorpe keeps that low. And Murgatroyd wearing the pink headgear there. Couldn't quite collect, and we get another ball up. They're pretty willing, the girls. They throw themselves in, Gus.
Yeah, I know. They're fighting real hard. Good contest.
The NTJFA. Can't get it through. It's going to be scrappy today. Moore. Just got it on a boot. That was heavy contact, but she's okay. Now a little kick out of the congestion, just out to the flank. Just a bit of a foot race. They'd all gathered on the other side of the ground. Nice tackle. The NTJFA just kick it down along the wing. Well done, picking it up there was McCallum. A little handball over the top. McCallum was in the light blue of the STJFL. The umpire just letting it go just for a second. It's on the blind side. Pretty scrappy affair. Ground in pretty reasonable condition, as I said earlier. The amount of rain that has been around in recent times. A couple of the girls there have been into the cricket pitch. They'll know what that's all about. It doesn't smell too good in there when you get some of that happening. Looks like Hei can get it out. Good work coming there from Stanger. Little handball over the top. The umpire's picked out a free kick. It's a holding or a dump tackle free kick. And it might be going to the STJFL. So from half back. And just a bit of fun. I'll kick it into the mud. That's looking okay. Nicely done there by Murgatroyd. No one's gone inside 50, so it's been played between half back and half back here at the moment. That might have been dropping the footy against Lily Goes Howe. So the free kick coming out here to Lucy Thorpe, who's had a couple of touches. And Murgatroyd did nicely and got in front. Play in front, that's the important part, Gus, right, isn't it?
Yep.
So, long kick down, just to a patch of grass, really. Nice pick up there by Lily Champ. And she drives it to the wing. She was looking there for Vanderpoels, but she couldn't get there. Nicely done and spun was Griffiths. But Griffiths gets it downfield. They just hover over the footy. Just trying to burst her way through was Vincent with the red hair. Bishop for the Northerners. Kicks it inside 50, so here's an opportunity for the North. Big tackle. All not coming out of there. Nicely done. That was beautifully read there by Nancy Tucker, the vice-captain. She's back on it again, is Tucker. Tries to force it forward. Head over the football was the number 4, Eden Gill. Yes, is pretty willing. One thing I've found commentating girls' games and women's games, they leave it all out in the park. They're not prepared to back off at all, and we get a ball up about 30 metres to 40 metres from the northern goal. No one else in the ruck for the Northerners.
Good tackle.
Yeah, terrific tackle. That was against Moore. Free kick here is going to Hei, the vice-captain. She kicks it long. It bounces. It bounces. It could go through for a goal. Well, she laid a good tackle and then got on with the business, Gus.
Great effort.
Terrific effort there. We're about 5 minutes in, and the Northerners lead by 6. So it was nicely done by Hei. Skylar Hei did it beautifully. The long kick in and got an A-grade bounce, I've got to say. And it rolled through for a goal. So the first score on the board, it's a major. Their sponsors, IGA, do a wonderful job promoting junior football in this state. So up it goes. Knocking it down was Bishop, who's been very busy. Could kick it out there, might have been Thorpe. Bouncing ball. The Northerners stacking up okay in defence so far. Coming out was Ackroyd. In fact, it was the number 17 in Barnett. And a free kick is going here to Pippa Blackler. So she wants to play on. She gets in between a couple of opposition players, but finally sort of kneed it forward, shinned it forward. Here's Barnett again. Gets a high kick. It's just going to carry the pack. Little quick kick forward there was by Dwyer. Ball goes out towards, in fact, it might have been Annabelle Harper who got that quick kick out of there. Had a number change, did Annabelle, from what the program says, but she has got that ball out of bounds, a boundary throw-in. It's been a pretty willing contest, Gus.
Yeah, it's been hard fight. Girls have got good contests, so yeah.
Gus Marriott joining us in commentary. He'll play in the under-14 boys game. Young man from Lauderdale, so he stepped into a bit of expert commentary for us for this match.
Yep.
Here we go. Nice deep throw in. Bishop over the top. And a free kick. He's going to... Sometimes with the girls, you don't know what their number are. They've got the ponytails. and the ponytails gets across the number. It makes it a bit difficult. That ball just plugged in the end.
Very good.
Thorpe just got spun, but she got away. She's been okay so far. Just a little short ball to Warren, and she'll get a free kick. So Warren is at half back. And the Southerners just feed it out to centre half back. Bishop just used the strength. The kick was a bit up and under, but we'll give them that today. It's pretty tough conditions. Angelina Stanger was there, and she looked at the umpire in hope of a free kick, and she actually gets one. So just the one goal on the board so far by High, and this is a nice bit of play here by the Southerners. Just a low ball, can't get much elevation on the kick, and the umpire's paid a free kick here, and it's going to Blackler. So Blackler just runs on with it, runs a full measure, almost runs through the Northern defender. Hands and knees, out of there, nicely done. It was Barnett, bouncing ball. High with the tackle. Just slung off it there was Eve Francis, who was the girl I was trying to get a moment ago, the long pigtails. Here's Blackler again. Gets a long kick inside 50. Nice trap, good beautifully defense. Done. That was terrific by Rawson. Saved the day there. And now the South have got it into a bit of space, and they can run it here and get a handle on it. This is Blackler. She loses possession. Just bending down to pick up the ball there was Dwyer. Quick kick by Taylor. Now it's coming back in. Just a battle of the half-back lines at the moment. Little handball came out from Jarman. Jarman again. She's got as much skill as Andrew and Darren. She'll be a pretty good player. And a bit of a stalemate. Moore's in there. Bishop, she can't quite get to it. Moore still on hands and knees. The umpire's just letting it go here. It's a bit ugly, but it might just pop out the back here if the Southerners can get someone on a break. Good tackle. The 220s go hard at it. Well, it just came out like a bar of soap there, just threw straight up in the air. I think Thorpe might have been held without the footy. So Lucy Thorpe, who's up to about possession 5 or 6. So that's probably the lowest worm burner she's kicked today. Opportunity might have been a little high, then she's tackled. And the umpire says, give it to me. He's pretty willing. I think goals to right of screen, Gus, are going to be a premium.
Yeah, I reckon a goal will be a couple in these conditions. So.
Yeah, I think you're right. Out of the back half, no one can pick it up. Just reaching down was Griffiths for the Southerners. And the umpires plucked a free kick, and it will go to Griffiths. Might have been held without the footy. Griffiths goes with a good drop punt, just carries the pack over the top. Nice opportunity here. It might be through for a behind. It is. So the Southerners get on the board. They've got a behind. And one straight 6 to the NTJFA. So the kick out, that's a dangerous ball. Blacklock couldn't take the mark. And that might be a free kick for in the back. That could be a free kick to High. Kick the first goal. Away she goes. Got it on the boot. High ball into the mud. Doesn't plug. Thought it might have. Opportunity there was for Sky Spencer, who's really been able to get into the game. Been swung and she dropped the ball. Maybe got a poke in the eye, did Eve Francis there. Little handball over the top. This is nice work to Warren. She loses control of it. Moore tackled. And the umpire said that is a free kick to your opposition. Gets it back. So NTJFA swing it to the broadcast side of the ground. No one can take the mark. Ruby Pilkington was the one, number 29 for the South. South wearing those light blue jumpers, the North wearing the black. Little handball comes out. That's okay. Slippery conditions. Pilkington was the player for the South who tried to get that out. And another ball up. A lot of players around the congested football. The umpire said, let's get it out of that softer part of the ground. Threw it up and the wind took it. Moore just shinned it out of there. Ball is close to the line. And we will get a ball in. Tough for everyone out there, Gus. The boundary umpires, the field umpires, the players.
Yeah, not great conditions out there.
And the poor old goal umpires at both ends. They'll need their thermals on today.
It's a bit chilly down there, I reckon.
Cool. It's about 12 degrees.
Yep.
Good throw in by the young boundary umpire. Did it well. Right in front of us. Duff TV bringing you the pictures. Kick was smothered. Trying to get the kick away was Taylor. Ball pretty close to the line. Pilkington just got a half a toe on it. And provided a good tackle there on Hannah Target. No one can really get that out of there. They're all pretty keen for the leather. The umpire careful, just about put the whistle to mouth. Moore, who tries to crash through a couple of them. Well, she's trying to assert her strength in this competition more, but she's having a real crack, but just didn't come off that time.
Yep.
More close to forward 50 there for Northern Tasmania. They're just outside their attacking 50. Reaching over the top again was Francis. The umpire says, give it to me. Been a pretty tough old start to this game. Little knockout by Ionu. Lucy Thorpe, who's been one of their better players, couldn't get through there, and the umpire's picked a free kick out. And it's going to Northern Tasmanian Junior Football Association, and it's going to Chelsea Burns. Burns really close to the player on the mark and then kept it low. Yeah, good mark, nicely done. That's by Manning. So Manning just directs where she wants to go. It's a reasonable kick too. Mark dropped by Iono. She's on hands and knees.
Good ball.
Yeah, I think she might have been caught in the blind side there. Oh, nice bit of ducking and weaving there by Target, but then in the end.
Good pressure.
Yeah, good pressure it was. The pressure has been right on from both teams, hasn't it? Now the umpire's just waiting for an injured player. We've got someone who's just off camera, a player who's just copped one in the solar plexus, I think. And I think it might be Hannah Target. No, it's Skylar Hayai who kicked the first goal, and I think there's a little mini concussion test going on here. She might have copped one somewhere. She's just a little perplexed at the moment. Game just being held up. And there it is. A little bit of time there right at the end, but it's quarter time here at the NTCA ground, and the NTJFA through Hayai was the lady who was had the problem there at the end. She got a goal, so it's 1 straight 6. The NTJFA to the STJFL, just the one behind. Gus, what are your thoughts on that first quarter?
Yeah, great pressure from both teams. Yeah, it's just been a good contest.
What would the coaches? The coaches, both coaches, be pretty pleased with the application and the tackling.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be saying, just keep it low, keep the ball. There's a lot of wind out there, so yeah, just try to put a lot of blocks on, and yeah.
All right, there are our sponsors. there do a great job. IGA, Brighton's Best Bakehouse, your Hobart Doctor, AFL Tasmania, Bennett's Petroleum, Mood Food. So all the sponsors, LRF, Sherrin, and the Hawks who do it extremely well. Well, it's quarter time at the NTCA ground, and it is 1 straight 6 to the NTJFA. The STJFL, 1 behind. Back shortly.
Welcome to IGA, your homegrown Tasmanian supermarket, where you'll always find homegrown Tasmanian value and the friendly homegrown Tasmanian service we're famous for.
Thanks, Simone.
And with more than 80 stores across the state, homegrown Tasmanian convenience is just around the corner, where we are proud to stock hundreds of homegrown Tasmanian products, supporting Tasmanian farmers and producers. And because we're homegrown, we understand the importance of supporting our local community. So next time you shop, visit your local IGA, because homegrown is better. Visit igatas.com.au to find out more.
Brighton's Best Bakehouse. Love that homemade taste. Brighton's Best Bakehouse. Delicious in every way. Loving the taste. Love it homemade. Their own recipes. Freshly baked. Brighton's Best Bakehouse. Love that homemade taste.
Almost ready to go here as the players just get their final instructions from their coaches. Michael Maney and Gus Marriott with you here at the NTCA ground. The NTJFA up against the STJFL. And yesterday it was the NTJFA. They won the girls under 16s, and the STJFL won the boys in the under 16s. So this is an under 14 contest. Just waiting for a few of the spectators and players from the next game to vacate the ground. Duff TV bringing you all the action from this representative day here in Launceston. The STJFL in the light coloured Guernseys and the NTJFA in the black. Underway. Pretty willing first quarter. No one can get it out of there. It's a bit of a carbon copy of what we saw earlier. The game hasn't really broken just yet. Here's an opportunity. Nicely done by Vanderpoels, who gets it forward. Good trap by Murgatroyd. She did a few nice things in that first quarter. Here's Bishop, who gets the handball away. That's okay. And she's back in again for a second and third effort. Try to keep it away from the cricket pitch, because Not real flash in there. No one can get a clear breakaway from the stoppage there. And here we go again. It goes. Bishop just reached over the top. Quick little kick out there was nicely done by Abbott. Now the ball goes forward, inside 50. A bit of a breeze going to left of screen. Just ball seems to carry just that little bit further from that end. Knocking it out into wide open spaces was Champ for the NTJFL. Got the kick away. That was nicely done. Very hard to play a clean brand of football in the conditions today. Swirling breeze, cool on the ground. Not probably the hardest. And no one can really grab the footy. Handball comes out. Bishop, who's been very active in this second quarter. Bishop gets the kick away. Nicely done. Picked up by Stanger. Got it forward. Oh, she fell over. It was a little bit of bad luck for Champ. And we get another ball up. So here it goes. Inside 50. Could be an opportunity here for the South. Ball just rolls into the behind post. And it will be a throw in, or it'll be a free kick. It'll go a free kick. No, it's going to be a throw in. So we've had a change of commentator. Gus has gone for a breather, and we've got Nate. Nate, how do you pronounce your second name?
Pouse.
Pouse. Okay, excellent. So Nate, been a pretty willing contest. You watched the first quarter?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, pretty good. Boundary throw in. Here we go. Good tackle. That's nicely done there by Chandler Onions. And it'll be a ball up. So as you can imagine, with the breeze going to left of screen, it's a lot of the play is at this end of the ground. Oh, it's just pinched it out of her there. Got the kick towards centre half back for the Northerners. Nicely done. Running through. She might just need to get rid of it. And she got nailed on the end at Audrey Howard. But you've got to like the way that she really attacked that footy. Now the umpire's going to have to bring this back. Terrific tackle by Barnett. They're our sponsors, IGA. Ball almost into the middle of that cricket pitch, and that's a mark. I think she's just held on to that. That's beautifully done by Vanderpoels. Gets on with the job. And that's a nice mark, as you can see. Kick out wide. Just tapping it on was Burns of the North. Little handball comes out from Tucker. Pretty willing contest. Nate, looking forward to this afternoon's game. What position do you play? How do you go with the Southerners?
Yeah, I'm playing the back line. It's not too bad.
Not yet. Play cross half back. What are you, one of these running half backs who distributes off, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. So watching the under 14 girls here at the moment. All into the middle of the ground. Real up and under kick. No one can mark that. Murgatroyd's in there with the pink helmet. And Stacks on here. And the ball up. What have you thought of the game so far? The girls are pretty willing. I was just saying to Gus a moment ago, they leave it all out on the park, the girls, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Here's Bishop. Throws it on the boot. Chance. Well done. Nicely done by Clements for the North. Just dispossessed was Monson. The umpire's blowing the whistle. I'm not quite sure what we're doing here. I think they're going to be a free kick to the South. The kick to the wing. Just a little bit, had a bit too much on it. Nicely done here by Barnett. Got through and then dropped it. Nice tackle coming in there from Sullivan. So Sullivan, left footer. A nice bit of purchase on that. Just flicks over the back. Here's a bit of defending to be done for the Northerners. Well trapped and beautifully done by Blackler, Pippa Blackler. just kicks it inside 50. They haven't been able to get a goal so far, but they may here. Ionu just got it out in front. Nicely done. Nice work by the number 19 in Madison Jordan, who's the skipper of this team. Madison just props over the footy, played for a free kick, didn't get it, then tried to shovel it out. Onions was there with a tackle, and that's where it'll end. On the outer side of the ground, some hardy souls out there. Beanies, thermals, it's that sort of day. Bishop knocks it down. Overrunning it again was Chandler Onions. Just try and work it into some sort of a gap here. Bishop just takes off with it. Kick off the side of the boot. Barnett can't mark. Then followed it up beautifully. Ducked around one. Tried to get through another couple. Was forced to go the handball. Burns. Here's a chance now. The Northerners, they can get a goal here. She's run a full measure and a bit, I reckon. Lily Champ tried to get it to the full forward. Nice tackle coming in there from Marley Morgan of the North. Ball flicks out. Murgatroyd's got to get involved here. And it's a bit of a stalemate. And the umpire will ball it up. Chance here for the Northerners here. Nate?
Yeah.
Just picking it up, just booting it out of there. Another chance for Burns, who got it on the boot. That defence is stacking up okay for the Southerners at the moment. They're under enormous pressure. They're down by 5 points. Just the one behind to 1 goal. Little quick kick out of there. Might be enough here. Here's a chance. Kick smothered off the boot. Vanderpols tried to do that, just keeping it into a dangerous spot. And it'll be a ball up. So right in the teeth of goal for the NTJFA. Yeah, umpire just said, I'll do that again. Southerners will probably be desperate to rush this through for a behind if they can and try and reset. Nothing doing. And another ball up. Little knockdown. Picked up, shot at goal. Could be a goal. Nicely done by Clements. And there's a second goal to the NTJFA. And that goal coming at the 8-minute mark. And Clements has been a pretty handy player. Not bad. Not a bad little snap, Nate.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. Just threw it on the right boot and just popped it through for a goal. So what are you expecting in your game, Nate? What do you know about the Northerners? What sort of a side are they?
I don't really know too much about them.
Yeah.
They're a bit of a bigger side from what I've seen.
Are they? So I guess what you guys will try and do is just run and gun.
Yeah,
try
hopefully.
And, yeah. If you have to play a shorter forward line or whatever, just run and gun and just see if you can sort of spread them out a little bit.
Yeah.
Nate Powers.
Yeah.
With us on commentary. We're playing that under 14 boys game a little later on. So a couple of goals straight to the NTJFA and against the breeze too, which is really quite handy. Here's an opportunity now for Taylor. Oh, it just flicks over the back. Here's an opportunity for a goal. Shoots at goal. And that was Whitney who got that. And the ball just down by Abbott, I should say. We've got my colours mixed up there in the rush forward. So a couple of behinds to the STJFL. Long kick out and Mark spilt in the end. It was by Monson. Now the Southerners go back inside. Nicely done. Out of there with the skipper in Jordan. Just going to come back in again. It's a little push. That's a free kick. That's in the back. There's probably no need for that. Stumbled forward and the free kick's going to Ella Griffiths here. Well, she's got a breeze behind her. I'm not sure. She needs to get the elevation. Here she goes. She gets it into the square and it just rolls. It rolled through for a goal. It's rolled straight past through for a goal. Goodness me. No one got a touch on it. On the line was the skipper in Madison Jordan, and that ball just was a bit of a drive-by.
Yeah, it was lucky.
Very, very lucky. So a goal to the number 6, I think it was. Was it Ella Griffiths who got that goal? Yes, it was. And so Griffiths gets the goal and the first. And that came at the 11-minute mark of the second term. IGA sponsoring today. I thank them for their sponsorship of junior football. So about 4 minutes to go in the second term till we come up to half time. And back in the middle, much needed goal. 2 straight 12 to the NTJFA, 1-2-8 the STJFL, who've done pretty well so far. They could have done without that goal down the other end. It would have been in front. A little quick kick away. Southerners go forward. That's an awkward bounce for all and sundry. Chandler Onions was there, just overran it, and then just dropped it out of the hand. The umpire on the blind side there didn't see it. Little handball out. Here they go again. Nice spin, but the kick wasn't too flash there from Grace Vincent. And a free kick. Nice tackle. There's the tackle. And that ball just jarring free. So the free goes to Audrey Howard. She boots it in the mark, taken by Griffiths, the last goal scorer. What do you think of her chances, Nate?
No, I don't know. Might get it.
Here we go. Nice mark, played in front. Doesn't get the elevation, but luckily the mark's been taken. Just play in front and you will get the rewards. And looks like Devro is going to have a shot. She's been brought back a little bit. She's crept around. Devro stops, props, and pops it through. Who would have thought? Devro gets a second for the Southerners, and all of a sudden it is a lead, 2-2-14 to the STJFL. NTJFA 2 straight 12. Just got to play in front and you'll get the rewards. So we're 13 minutes in and a lead. A couple of points. And kicking with the breeze, they've made the most of it, you'd have to say. They would have been a little bit disappointed to cough up that goal to the other end. But now it's really game on. Little quick kick forward here by Abbott. Bit of pressure now on the back line of the NTJFL. Free kick is coming here to Burke. She's got a head high one, just a little front on knock. And she'll get the free kick. So Burke, just a kick looking for a teammate. Tries to get away, got the handball. That was nicely done in the end by Goes Howe. As the sun peeps through, that's a terrific take. Now an opportunity for Warren. Handball out of the congestion. They just throw themselves on the footy and the umpire quickly comes in. Pull the ball up. About under a minute to go now. Oh, free kick. So it'll go to Skylar Hayhigh, the vice captain. Time running out here for the Northerners to get another goal to get in front. They won't get one here because the defence of the Southerners, or is it a free kick again? It is a free kick. It'll go to the vice captain, Skylar Hayhigh. Throws it on the boot to a packed situation. I want someone to run onto this and pretty quickly. Got about 20 seconds to go in the half. Opportunity now. The quick kick away was nicely done by Nancy Tucker. Didn't get any real good purchase on it. And a target into the pocket. Seconds ticking away. Could be half time. Siren about to go. And there it is. It is half time in this match. 2 straight 12, the NTJFA to the STJFL 2-2-14. So goal kickers Griffiths and Devro for the STJFL, and Clements and Hayhigh. So they've both got a couple of goals, but those two behinds to the STJFL give them a 2-point lead at half time. And Nate, what are your thoughts on that last quarter of football?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Got some good goals.
Yeah, good goals. The girls just need to combine. Both teams look like they're just starting to get a little bit of flow going in the game.
Yeah.
All right, that is half-time at the NTCA ground. And I think we might be heading to a break. So we'll take a break and we'll be back at the beginning of the third term. From the northern goal. No one else in the ruck for the Northerners.
Good tackle.
Yeah, terrific tackle. That was against Moore. Free kick here is going to High. The vice captain, she kicks it long. It bounces. It could go through for a goal. Well, she laid a good tackle and then got on with the business, Gus.
Great effort.
Top, this is nice work to Warren. She loses control of it. Moore tackled. And the umpire said that is a free kick to your opposition. Gets it back. So the umpire careful, just about put the whistle to mouth. Moore, who tries to crash through a couple of them. Well, she's trying to assert her strength in this competition more, but she's having a real crack, but pinched it out of her there. Got the kick towards centre half back for the Northerners. Nicely done, running through. She might just need to get rid of it, and she got nailed on the end at Audrey Howard, but you got to like the way that she really attacked that footy, JFA. Yeah, umpire just said, I'll do that again. Southerners will probably be desperate to rush this through for a behind if they can and try and reset. Nothing doing. And another ball up. Little knockdown. Picked up, shot at goal. Could be a goal. Nicely done by Clements. And there's a second goal to the NTJFA. The free kick's going to Ella Griffiths here. Well, she's got a breeze behind her. I'm not sure. She needs to get the elevation. Here she goes. She gets it into the square and it just rolls. It rolled through for a goal. It's rolled straight past through for a goal. Goodness me. No one got a touch on it. On the line was the skipper in Madison Jordan, and that ball. Nice mark, played in front. Doesn't get the elevation, but luckily the mark's been taken. Just play in front and you will get the rewards. And looks like Devro is going to have a shot. She's been brought back a little bit. She's crept around. Devro stops, props, and pops it through. Who would have thought? Devro gets a second for the Southerners, and all of a sudden,
Welcome to IGA, your homegrown Tasmanian supermarket, where you'll always find homegrown Tasmanian value and the friendly homegrown Tasmanian service we're famous for.
Thanks, Simone.
And with more than 80 stores across the state, homegrown Tasmanian convenience is just around the corner, where we are proud to stock hundreds of homegrown Tasmanian products, supporting Tasmanian farmers and producers. And because we're homegrown, we understand the importance of supporting our local community. So next time you shop, visit your local IGA, because homegrown is better. Visit igatas.com.au to find out more.
Brighton's best bakehouse, delicious in every way. Loving the taste, love it homemade, their own recipes, freshly baked. Brighton's best bakehouse, love that homemade taste.
You've got to stay back. As in you need 5 behind the halfway line and 2 in the time. At stoppages. Yeah, right. Yeah. Where are you going? Yeah, Nick. Nice to meet you.
Welcome back to the NTCA ground, and it is into the second half now in the girls' contest. A couple of points lead to the STJFL. They trailed early. They trailed by 5 points. They turned that around to a 2-point lead at half-time. Free kick now is coming to the south. They just seem to be getting their game together a little bit better at the moment. So Ruby Pilkington will kick inside. But it's been repelled. Kick across to the wing. Here's a foot race. Who's going to get there? Nicely done in the end by Marley Clements. And she will win a free kick. Clements. Ball just jars free. Well done by Murgatroyd. Kick was partially smothered. She got a little bit of distance in it. And ball just caught underneath. This is destined for a ball up, or unless it flicks out the back. No, they're not letting that one go. Kick to the centre of the ground. Here's an opportunity for the North. Picked up by Chandler Onions. Gets it inside 50, a real rolling ball. Who can pick up? Nicely done. Beautiful work there by Marley Morgan. She's got to go back in. The kick was cut off, and it'll be a ball up.
A couple of good goals in that last quarter there, Michael.
Yes. We just need goals, and they're very hard to come by today. As the girls don't have that power as yet. Only under 14 girls. I'm really surprised at how they go, because they're doing pretty well with the attributes they have at this tender age.
And of course it's a big large size ground as well, full size senior ground for the girls.
That's right.
And very windy conditions here at the NTCA ground.
Soft underfoot as well, and just very difficult for some of them to get real purchase on that football as well. The ball seems like it's about 3 times bigger than a normal football to them, really. This young boundary umpire here is just instructing. He's got a theory in mind. He's about to go with it. Here he goes.
Nice.
Nice throw in too. Been working on it. Clements taken to ground, and she's dropped the footy. So the free kick. Tackling's been good, Duff, I think.
Yeah, it's one part of the girls' game that's really come along a long way. They get taught the correct way to tackle, because we don't want to see anybody get injured or slung around.
Martin Duffy just doing some comments for us whilst bringing you all the vision of this. So multi-skilled operator. Here's a chance for Hihai, who kicked the first goal. And she's back on it again, got rid of it. Eva Warren is there, the number 9, just diving on the footy. And we've got to make the most of this breeze in the third term, do the ladies in the black outfit in the NTJFA. And that ball rolls out of play again.
Now, of course, you're from the northern end of Tasmania, so I'd imagine you've probably got one little foot in the NTJFA team at the moment.
Totally non-biased, Duff. No, well, these Southern girls are showing plenty of pluck, that's for sure. Little handball comes out. One can get a real look on it. Moore, who's been in and around the football, hunting it all game. One can get it out. Just a high kick. It might be marked. No, almost a mark to Marley Morgan. Good tackle. Handball comes out. That's okay. Southerners have got to do some defending here. The South would just want to bottle it up and get a ball up. Then breaking free and doing beautifully there was Howard. Thorpe.
That little size 4 football is getting lost in the breeze a bit today.
It is. It's really blustery, and I think there might be a free kick against Thorpe. And it's going to the number 22 in Taylor. So Taylor, be a couple of kicks from goal here, to be honest. Gets nice purchase on it and flicks over the back, and it might be Moore who's taking the mark back there. In fact, it's another. I think it might be Blackler. And then she's only just got a boot on it in the end. Murgatroyd. It's nice elevation with a kick, but she squared it right up. Mark dropped there by Lexi Parker. And it might be a free kick to Parker for being held on a little bit too long in that contest. Thought about the handball and then knocked off the kick when she played on. Many girls have kicked it off the ground in this match. Thought there might have been a few more that would be sort of just hacking it off the ground and just getting it forward at any cost. Clements. Murgatroyd, she's trying to break free. But, gee, she's very, very lightly built. Is Asher Murgatroyd. Little quick half-distance kick comes out there. Murgatroyd got a fingernail on, which is handy in the end. But that ball is stuck in a pack again. Reefing it out. Nice play by the Southerners just to get it forward. If they can defend here in this third term and stop the scoring, it might just set them on the way to victory. There. Sponsors, we thank them. McDonalds, done beautifully. IGA, Sherrin, LRF, AFL Tasmania. Tassie Hawks, here's Murgatroyd. Was running the other way and then had to sort of knock it back in the direction of which her team's kicking in. Little quick half-distance kick. Again by Pippa Blackler. Nice bit of work. Kick goes forward. Good trap in the end. It was by Eve Francis. And they're out of trouble. Madison Moore. It's long. Out to the wing. This has been the problem. No team's been able to get a run on. The umpire probably needs to pay a few free kicks. And this one will go to Monson. Monson. Good looking kick. Chelsea Burns had an opportunity, the number 4 for the North, but she couldn't quite complete the mark. Up it goes. Just funneled out of there. Good defence by the South. They can get a run on here and get a goal. They'll be getting hard to beat. They lead by 2 points. Bishop couldn't get out of there. Thorpe tackled, and the umpire will ball it up. Ball just tucked in. We've gone 8 minutes in the third term. No score from either team so far. It's been 8 minutes of tough work. Might be a free kick here for a throw. Just pushed it out of the hands, and looks like it's Jarman that's got the free kick. Jarman, this might just flick over the back. Who's going to rove this? And a stalemate. 8.5 gone, third term. 2 points the lead to the South, who are kicking to right of screen. Ball just jars loose here. South have got to be careful and protect the ball. Interesting, went to kick with the right and ended up jamming it on the left. But it was effective in the end. Got about 10 or 15 metres. Another ball up. Reaching over the top was Chelsea Burns. Ionu. Here's a chance. Lily Champ. Chopped off by the South, who've been terrific in defence, it's got to be said, in this third term, defending a 2-point lead. A goal here would really pop the question to the Southerners. Here's another go for Lily Champ, but she's dropped the footy. She's played on. Here's the number 3 in McCallum. Champ again, got the handball away, runs into a brick wall and too high.
Yeah, good decision, a little bit high there.
Yep. Number 21, Clements. Just the initial brush over the shoulder.
Gee, we've got some parochial supporters up here in the grandstand line.
It's good, you're in amongst it. You're a man of the people, Duff. It goes toward the line, into the pocket. It'll be a boundary throw. Yeah, great to see them vocal too, because some people turn up to the footy and just sit there and just eat a pie and that's it. But nice to see they're using their lungs, their tonsils. Terrific. Whereas looking a little bit more chopped up than when David Byrne scored 100 for Launceston going back many years ago. Just
you were a fair cricketer in your day. Did you play against Booney in any club cricket at all?
Did play against Booney. Played against him in a representative match out here on the NTCA, to be honest. Wow. The NWTCA playing the NTCA. And I can actually say that he came on to bowl, and I had about 30 at the time. And he wasn't much of a bowler, but he was good enough to get me out. So... yes, one of the very rare wickets that David Boone would have got in club representative cricket or whatever. Yeah. M. Maney, I think bowled. I think I chopped it on. Terrific player. Little snap out of the pack is a behind, and that was Chelsea Burns. So they creep a little bit closer. It's the 1 point the difference now. Burns with a little snap at goal for the North. From the kick out, nice mark, just read it beautifully, did Eva Warren. Now she wants to really throw the boot at it. Mark was missed. She came back in with the tackle there. That was Sky Spencer. Spencer, that's a very good footballing name in around the Launceston, Longford area. Here's another chance for Burns. Jammed it on the boot and might have been touched, I think. Good defending. The kick wasn't overly flash. Chance there for the number 1 in Hannah Target. She was dispossessed. And swung on the treadmill there was Eve Francis. And the girls just looking at the umpire and say, okay, blow that whistle. 12 minutes gone, third term. Just one score so far in this term, and that was the behind just a moment ago. It's a 1 point lead to the South. That could be holding the footy. Oh, they gave her plenty of time to get rid of it. Ionu goes in hard. And the umpire will cross the arms once again. 2-1-13 to 2-2-14. The South lead the contest. Duff TV bringing you all the pictures from the NTCA ground in Launceston, Tassie. Burns kicked the last behind. Has it snatched away from her. Chance here for Lily goes Howe. Couldn't get a handle on it. It's the number 18 there in Pippa Blackler. She is a real goer. Both her and Moore, a couple of other teammates there, really the driving force of this Southern team. Nice knockdown by, I think it might have been Bishop. Just wrestling away free. And just kicking it forward there was Sky Spencer. It's going to be tidied up here. Oh, she's had a fresh airy there, but recovered beautifully. Got it away. That might be dropping the footy. It is against Eve Francis. And Burns will take the free kick. Hasn't got an awful lot of time. There's the replay. Just dropped it out of her hand. The North will be really keen for a goal here. They've had it inside their forward 50 for predominantly the major portion of this game, or this third quarter, I should say. And up in the ruck is Isabella Burke in the long sleeves and the black jumper, knocks it down. Dangerous tap down too to a hot spot. There are not many hot spots in around this ground today. Murgatroyd, little handball just chopped off by the number 26 in Brittany Chandler Onions.
Look at Murgatroyd. She's about half the size of some of these players, but just absolutely gets herself involved.
She's as thin as a matchstick with the wood scraped off, isn't she? She's very, very lightly framed. But she gets in. She has a real go at it. Little handball comes out here. Tumbling ball. Gee, that was tough. Held without it. Free kick going to the south. And that's going to Annabelle Sullivan. And the kick just falling a bit short. Mark dropped there by Dwyer. So we've on record pace for ball ups today. That's understandable. A tough encounter. And there it is. It is three-quarter time in this NTJFA STJFL representative match at the NTCA ground in Launceston, and at three-quarter time a 1-point margin, 2-2-14 to the STJFL, the NTJFA 2-1-13, and the last quarter is going to be a ripper because the scoring end is to right of screen, and the Southerners have got the win to left of screen in this final quarter. We'll be back with that final quarter very shortly.
Welcome to IGA, your homegrown Tasmanian supermarket, where you'll always find homegrown Tasmanian value and the friendly homegrown Tasmanian service we're famous for.
Thanks, Simone.
And with more than 80 stores across the state, homegrown Tasmanian convenience is just around the corner, where we are proud to stock hundreds of homegrown Tasmanian products, supporting Tasmanian farmers and producers. And because we're homegrown, we understand the importance of supporting our local community. So next time you shop, visit your local IGA, because homegrown is better. Visit igataz.com.au to find out more.
Brighton's best Backhouse. Love that homemade taste. Brighton's best Backhouse. Delicious in every way. Loving the taste. Love it homemade. Their own recipes. Freshly baked. Brighton's best Backhouse. Love that homemade taste.
Set to go here in the final term. A 1-point lead to the STJFL. They'll kick to left of screen in this final term. Bishop for the Northerners. Got the handball away. She's going to have to play a big role here. She breaks through, breaks the tackle. Gets the kick, holds up in the breeze. You can see the significance of that breeze. Here's a chance for Champ. Got it on a boot. Don't know that went 15 metres, almost a mark. In was Annabelle Harper, the number 5. She'll get it here again, Harper, if she goes. There it is. Breaks free, gets the kick away. Chance here for the number 13 in Marley Morgan, but she's dispossessed and without the footy. So Morgan gets a chance. If she can kick a goal here, they'll take back the lead. She's gone into the pocket and the wind has taken that ball away. Didn't try to go the journey. Tried to get it into the pocket and find her teammate Marley Clements, who just couldn't get there. The ball just broke to the right. And boundary umpire just moving in a few metres, which is terrific. Up it goes. Morgan, the little half-distance kick. This is what it's been like for most of this match. The girls just not giving an inch. And a ball up. Very difficult game to umpire. And I think the umpires have done it pretty well. That ball not coming out of there in a hurry. Good support for both teams, making plenty of noise as Martin Duffy, who's on the camera and also doing some special comments, has told us. So a free kick is now going here, and it's going to Hayai, who kicked the first goal of the game. But the kick is chopped off and nicely done by Phoebe Rawson. Rawson goes out wide. Mark almost taken by Lexi Parker. She couldn't quite get it under the fingertips and get it in the palms of her hands. In they go, number 18, Pepper Blackler. Just trying to get it out of there. Quick kick. That was by the number 3, Anna McCallum, I should say. North in the box seat here. Just overran it. That was Hannah Target. Tackle on Blackler was okay. Ball goes out wide. Might be out of bounds on the full, I feel. Let's have a look. Could be a free kick going to the north. And it is. Sky Spencer, the skipper of this team, or one of the captains at least, along with Madison Jordan. So Spencer just winds up. Kicks a bit low. Might be effective though. Clements running onto it and couldn't take it with her. Murgatroyd over the top of the footy and can't get it out of there. Another ball up. Bishop for the North can't get the tap.
Dropped it.
Yeah. Free kick. She's trying to pick up the number 45, Grace Vincent, who's in the ruck there. She's done a pretty reasonable job for them. The young lady with the red hair. To the south, that is. And, yep, just threw it away in the end. Kick into just the centre of the ground.
Don't fall over.
Yeah, it's very difficult to stand up in there. Need the old screw-in stuff from back in the 1960s. But the boots are a lot different these days.
You don't really see this in the AFL, do you? The old muddy pitch in the middle.
No. Well, they won't. They're very reticent to play, aren't they? If you've got a cricket pitch in the middle. I can understand on days like today why they don't. Not good aesthetically either. Kicked off the ground there. That was by Taylor, the number 22. All just thrown out in the end. And a free kick is going to go to Madison Moore. She wants to get a bit of that black stuff off the footy. Gets a fair bit of purchase on the kick. Just a bit high. No mark taken. In goes Layla Dwyer. This is going to be a tight one. We've gone almost 5 minutes. No score in the final quarter. Just 1 point in the second half so far. Beautifully done. Spinning out of there was Champ. But it's going to be cut off by Moore. Moore's got to try and get it on quickly if she can. Gets a long kick. It's not going to bounce high on a day like today. Little handball comes out. That's dangerous. And the North are going to try and just lock this up, and they do.
This is what the South want. You just want to get into your forward zone and then just keep it in there.
Just make it a stoppage game in your forward 50 and just keep it there. As you say, Duff, you're spot on. Little kick away. That was by Blackler. Another kick by Onions. Thorpe, who was very prominent early, gets it out into wide open spaces. It might just work for them here, particularly for Whitney. She's got to head over the footy. Spun in the tackle. Made a good attempt. Ball just squirted out of there. And it's a bit of a stacks on here. No one's giving an inch. And at the 6-minute mark, it's still a 1-point lead to the South, who kick to left of screen with a 3 to 4 goal breeze, it has to be said. It's really blustery out there. A little quick kick out of the congestion. Flicks over the back, Thorpe. Here's Whitney. Whitney is caught with the footy, got the handball away. Trying desperately was Ionu to get out of there. And another ball up. Cool conditions in Launceston. Nicely done by Chandler Onions. Got it out into space. Nice pickup. That was terrific work. Handball over the top. That was nicely done by Vanderpoels. But the ball's going to find its way toward the line. And we get another setup for a boundary throw in. Not game to pick a winner in this one.
You feel as though one goal will win it, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Only 4 goals for the match.
Yes. No one can get it out of there. Chandler Onions. Well, the South will be loving this because the more of this they get, they cling to that 1-point lead. And I think on a day like today, you can hold on to a 1-point lead, kicking with the breeze in the final quarter. Bishop knocks it down, not to a teammate. Ball just quickly comes out of there and it's just gone through for another behind.
Yeah, that's a handy behind.
Yes. 2-3-15 the STJFL now. Couple of points, the lead. The long kick out. Goes out wide. Diving on it was Lily Champ, the number 20 for the black and white side, which is NTJFA.
I think that's Graham Gardner in the background there, taking photos. Fancies himself as a photographer, does Graham?
Does he? Does a wonderful job, Graham. Brilliant for football here. Here's an opportunity for the South. Long kick is through for a behind. So they're peppering away here. 2-4-16 to 2-1-13. So, gee, one more goal from the South and that could just be it. The North have got to do something. The kick out is no good. Whitney takes it. Now, can she kick a goal? No, she can't. Got it off the instep. And it dribbles out of play for a boundary throw-in, but they won't be too worried about that. They've still got it inside 50. And Whitney did well. She probably needed to play on there too, just to get a couple of extra metres. IGA.
Good crowd here behind me. David Boone's stand is absolutely packed here.
Yep. It's definitely Booney land up here. Little handball comes away. South of clinging to this 3-point lead. No one can get it out of there. The last goal in this match was the 13-minute mark of the second term. Up it goes. Taken out of the ruck. Shot at goal is there. Beautifully done. And that was Grace Vincent. And that could be the match-winning goal because the North are going to have to kick a couple in this last term with about 5 minutes to go, and they've struggled to get the ball inside 50. Have a look at this. Just did it beautifully. and kicked a goal. Well done, Grace Vincent. Yeah, she's pretty pleased with it too. Ecstatic, in fact. The 10-minute mark, she boots a vital goal for the South as they kick with the breeze. So that scoreline now 3-4-22 the South. The NTJFA 2-1-13 after the NTJFA dominated the first quarter. They led by 5 points at quarter time, and now they trail by 9. Good tackle. The North realising the situation here at the moment, that they're in a lot of trouble, desperately trying to get that ball forward. But the South's defence has held up beautifully. Over the top, Bishop knocks it down. Opportunity for the number 21 there in Marley Clements. Her kick just off the instep. The ball just flies back out to the wing and the outer side to Thorpe. Hovering over the footy there is Layla Dwyer. Now she gets the handball away. The umpire said that's legit. In goes Moore, desperate. And that ball's not coming out of there. Morgan tried to reef it off Moore. Jordan, I should say. Up goes Bishop. Little quick kick squeezed out of there was by Stanger. High ball back into the centre. Time ticking away. Time's their enemy now for the North. 11 and a half gone. They just go over the top of Champ. Burns, half distance kick. Annabelle Harper gets it to a little bit of space. Who can run onto this footy for the North and do some damage? Spinning around, might be a free kick off the ball. It's going as a push. It's going to the number 4, I think, to Eden Gill. So Gill with the free kick. Kicks it out wide. Vincent, the last goal kicker there. The number 45. Just wait for it to pop out. Handball comes out nicely. Gee, the North have got to get a wriggle on here. 12, almost 12 and a half gone of a 15-minute quarter. Kick out to the wing. Blackler can't get through. And the umpire says, give it to me.
Oh, yeah, no attempt. Good umpiring, that.
No attempt. Just, it's been a tough game. They've let a lot of that go too. To be honest, little handball comes out. Bishop. First intention is to brush off. Then got a handball to no one in particular. Clements just backed out of there. Handball was okay. Almost the first or second time the ball's been kicked off the ground. Bishop dispossessed. Good tackle. Another opportunity here. Beautifully done. There was by Francis. Now here's a chance for Whitney. Whitney gets it onto a boot. Thorpe was there. Thorpe's got to do something positive with the footy. And nicely done by Dwyer. Gets it out of trouble, but gets it out wide. Can the North pinch one here? They're a long way from goal though. The South defending grimly.
Oh, the crowd behind me, they're involved, Michael.
Yeah. Are they keeping it all above board?
Oh, absolutely. There's one particular lady going for the North, by golly.
Yeah.
She might have a voice left.
Well, if she's got someone playing in the next game, so the voice won't hold out. There's a chance here for the North. It's going to go close to the line. It rolls out of play. Beyond 13 and a half minutes gone in the final term. A goal to Vincent at the 10-minute mark for the South, their third, has given them an almost unassailable 9-point lead in this game with no time on. Vincent got bowled over before she actually got to contest the ruck, got back up, and it went straight back over her head. Little quick squeezing ball there. Nice body work was done by Eve Warren. Warren gets back into it again. Handball comes out. This is okay. The South might, with this next foray, might just get the job done in this game. I think they're going to hold on for a good win. There's only about 30 seconds to go in the match. Trying to bore a way through is Jordan. Ball in dispute. 20 seconds to go. Jordan tries to get through again but can't. Given their all, both teams, you can't say they've come here today and backed off. They've really had a go. Bishop over the top. Couldn't get it. Now it flicks out the back. Little quick kick by Stanger. Siren imminent. The South are going to win this one, and they do. The STJFL are victorious in this representative match at the NTCA ground in Launceston. 3-4-22 have defeated the NTJFA. 2 goals, 1-13 in a real tough match for the girls. They did put everything into that match. The conditions were against them, but the South prevailed, and I think it was really important that
Oh, look at this.
the girls are going to do the mud run. That's excellent. Well done. A couple of them not even dirty, but they are now. I think we've seen that. Yeah, they're all going to do it together. Here they go. I'm not sure the parents or the southern officials who have to get the laundry done at the end of the game will be too happy with that. But they did it extremely well. We're going to go to the on-ground presentations soon, but it has been a win to the South, 3-4-22 to the North, 2-1-13. And Griffiths, Devro and Vincent, the goal scorers for the South, and for the NTJFA, Hayhigh got the first and then Clements, but they'd never scored another goal after the second term. The Clements goal at the 8-minute mark of the second was the last goal they scored, and they scored one behind after that for the whole game. But the South, who really did it quite well in the end.
Good.
And
Look at this.
they, well, if you can do it, we can as well. So the North decide to, I'm not sure the curator of the NTCA ground is, well, he's not trying to bring up a pitch right now, that's for sure. You probably think that's a bit of fun. But the girls really enjoyed themselves in that match in more ways than one. During the game and after the game. And I don't know where they're heading off to now.
There's a presentation in front of us here. Oh, they'll be back in a moment. But thank you, Michael, for the first match of 2 for the day.
Thanks, Duff. Yes, and a good win to the South in the end. It was the South, 3-4-22, defeating the NTJFA 2-1-13.
Very close, and I'm just so pleased to see that it's come off with the weather's been pretty good, although very cold wind. Just like to big thanks to a lot of our sponsors that make this happen, but also some of the people behind the scenes. One of them, or a couple standing next to me, Mel and Jess, thanks a lot. That's to AFL Tas for getting this all happening. The other thing as well, thanks Duff for filming this. I'm sure we've got a lot of people at home watching this from the comfort of their armchairs. So yeah, to North, you played a great game, but unfortunately South got above, just got the win a little bit too strong. What I'd like to do though is I'd like to ask the coach of South to come up, Georgia, and just say a couple of words if you could. Of North, sorry. Yeah.
Thank you, girls. Good job to the South today. It is hard coming up here and travelling on a public holiday as well to come and play a game of footy. You guys produced a really good game today. To my girls, the North, it's been a pretty good couple weeks with you guys. hard picking a team going from 52 down to 24. So cutting over 30 girls makes it really hard to come out with one team. Today just wasn't our day. The conditions didn't really suit us well. Started a little bit strong and then eased off towards the end. So good job. I've enjoyed the opportunity to coach you guys. It's been really good to see the talent under our Devils as well. To NTJFA, thank you for giving me the opportunity, to Jess and Mel and Josh as well. Wrote me in at work as well. So thanks for the opportunity, and the sponsors today, and Duff for putting on the footage as well. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Thanks, Georgia. And Cam, if I could just ask you to come over. Thanks, mate.
Firstly, thanks to the NTJFA for today's game. Tough conditions, as we've spoke about, on the ground, and a tough game as well. So congratulations, girls. To the umpires, once again, tough game. Really hard one to umpire as well when it's so congested and contested, but thank you very much. STJFL, likewise, we probably had 45, 50 players 2 months ago. You girls have worked really hard over the last few months at training, and today, the effort that you brought, we're really proud of you as a coaching group and a bunch of families that have travelled up the highway. And thanks, families, for coming today, firstly, but all getting everyone to those games and trainings has been really important. And today is a reward for that. And all girls, today's a part of your footy journey. Great experience, and just keep working hard, all of you. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Cam. Great game. Well done. Okay, and just before we wrap it up, and I just wanted to shout out a game. We wouldn't have a game without these wonderful folk behind here, our umpires, so just another round of applause for the umpires. One of the other things the umpires do for us in representative games is they nominate best on ground for each side. So we're going to start with the NTJFA best on ground, and I've been informed that is number 23, Skylar. Congratulations, Skylar. Well done. You want to say anything?
I just want to say thanks to my mum, dad and Nan to bring me here, and good job to South for the good win, and maybe next year we'll win, okay?
Well done. Good job. Thanks, Skylar. And for the STJFL, we've got number 18, Pippa. Well done, Pippa.
Thank you.
Good job. You want to say a couple of words?
Yeah. Good job, North. Good job, girls. It was awesome to play with you all, and we'll see what happens next year, I guess.
Yeah, good on that. And this is, for those that don't know, this is actually the first time we've run under 14 representative football. So we've had some shields made up, and it looks like South, you'll get the first Guernsey on the board here. But could I have the captain to come up and accept the shield? Pippa? Well, there you go. All right, and if you guys want to just get around each other, and we'll get a great shot there as well. So well done, South.
Champ again, got the handball away, runs into a brick wall and too high.
Yeah, good to see.
Goal for the North. From the kick out, almost marked, just read it beautifully, did Eva Warren. Now, Up it goes. Taken out of the ruck. Shot at goal is there. Beautifully done. And that was Grace Vincent. And that could be the match-winning goal, because the North are going to have to kick a couple in this last term with about 5 minutes to go. Now it flicks out the back. Little quick kick by Stanger. Siren imminent. The South are going to win this one, and they do. The STJFL are victorious in this representative match at the NTCA ground in Launceston. 3-4-22 have defeated the NTJFA. 2-1-13 in a real tough match for the girls. They did